Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm again catching up with a video that I still had to to share with you from last year. Today I'm featuring the Cup of Cheer stamp set. And as you can see here, just last year I decided that it was enough. I had many new stamp sets from the beginning of last year, also during the year, that I didn't use yet, and one of my biggest excuses was that I didn't had any time to organize my stamps. And so well, the day that I started this card, I was really like, well, fuck it, fuck the system. So I just took the stamp set, the dies, I just snipped apart the ones that I needed so that I could craft with them, and I created this card, and I'm really happy that I did. Now, I must admit that during the holidays, I had a bit of time afterwards to snip apart the dies, put them in the pockets, label them, and so on. So I caught up with that. Of course, I saw new releases passing by, and I had to purchase some things. So I'm again with a little pile of stamps that have had have that need to be organized. So, well, we'll see when I will do that. But today I'm featuring the Cup of Cheer. I'm also going to use a Snow Globe Builder Die. And this came together really organically. Like, I had no clue what I was doing, except that I wanted to use these two images. And then maybe the Snow Globe Builder, but color-wise, design-wise, on the card itself, I had no clue. And it took me a bit of time, so the editing took a bit of time, because when there is chaos during the creation of a card, there is tons of things to snip out of a video, and it is just so annoying when you need to do that. But it happened, and I'm really glad that I'm finally sharing this, and I want to thank you all for the patience that you show to me, because it had been, well, last year has been really strange, wonderful, strange. Did I already mention strange with Noor being born and not sleeping during the day? And when I say not sleeping, well, she is after a battle of an hour. It might be that she's like sleeping half an hour. It wasn't like that during the first 2 weeks when she was born. But afterwards, she had like cramps and reflux, and it was horrible. And there was like for 4 to 6 weeks we had that, and then that passed and it was better, but she just doesn't like to sleep during the day. And she, well, aside from difficult periods, I think normally 80% of the time she sleeps well during the night, so I'm really glad about that. But if your baby isn't sleeping during the day, it's really hard to craft. And when your baby is sleeping at night, as tons of parents know, you're already tired, so you aren't going to craft. So it's kind of a circle, and I love her. I'm so glad that we finally have our baby. Well, she's when I'm doing the voiceover, she's almost 9 months, and I hope that I will be able to share this video right before she turns 9 months. But it has been hectic, and we have been tired here, still are. And it's not like the cards, since I share videos with you, it's not like I can do some coloring downstairs while she's playing and then I assemble the card upstairs. I want to show everything to you, so I need the time. And sometimes I say to my husband, are you okay if I go craft a bit now so that I can create cards? And from time to time he is, and from time to time he's too tired, and then we are both the parents that need to watch our children. Well, children, for now it's one. um, so we're a team, and we need to see whether it's working or not. The one thing that I think that is really helping me during this period where I don't find enough time to really craft as much as before is that I have some collaborations still running with Streamside Studio as a guest designer, and with Rochelle Anna Miller or Ram Stamps. during the month, so I know that I need to create some time for myself to create with digital stems by them, and it's the best excuse that I have, and it's really good for my mental health that those two brands help me create some time for myself. So I'm grateful for those opportunities that I have thanks to them. And I'm hoping really that this year can bring some more crafty time. I must admit, the little one, she learned how to crawl by the end of the holidays, and it's incredible. But like one day she's like testing it, and then the other day she's sprinting from one room to another. Our downstairs is all open, and so she can move anywhere she wants to go, and she's really fast if she wants to. Now, I recently went on a trip for 4 days, I think it was, with my family. We took Noor with us, and she's almost pulling herself up, so now we have to be extra alert because not everything is that stable. Well, she has to test it, of course, but I was away, and therefore I couldn't really do voiceovers or edit or anything, so everything just shifted a bit. And then well, this happened. So our little one is learning tons of things, and I also really love seeing all of that. I'm like one of those parents that is like, if I can, I would watch her all day, but sometimes you have to go to the restroom. But she's really great, and she can play a lot of moments alone by herself, except when she gets too tired and then she doesn't want to sleep. So that again is a difficult thing, but we work through it, and I just love everything that she does. So that's that. So I said tons of things that aren't related to the card, and I don't know if it interests you or not. Sometimes the videos are so quick that I just don't have the time to overshare things. So maybe you prefer just keeping it to the crafting. Let me know. It's just, well, what do you do when you're a young mother? You talk about your child. Well, here I die-cut the images. Also, you probably saw me fiddling with the color of the cups. I just wasn't working the light pink. I had no clue what to use with the pink and the green already going on, and the light pink wasn't working. I needed a color that was darker to be able to go over it without you seeing it, and so I went with browns, and I'm actually really glad with it. Okay, so now onto the snow globe. I used the Snow Globe Builder Die. As I said, I die cut the base. I used a bit of distress ink to get it like really light and airy, and sort of give it a background without fiddling too much with it. It is just a soft gradient from cracked pistachio to the white of the card base. Well, card base it isn't, of the paper. You also have these lovely frames for this globe, which is really great. It's really easy also to create a shaker with it if you want to. I kept it kind of simple because I had no clue where this card was going. I reused the pattern paper that I created in a previous video featuring Rochelle Anna Miller at that time. I'm really glad that I reused it, because in the past when I created my own pattern paper and something was left over, I didn't reuse it, and it just was left in a drawer, and it's just sad. So I'm glad that I used it here. I added thin foam squares all over the back of these critters, and I'm going to add them to the globe as well. I also still need to add some gouache, so I will do that just right now. The only thing that I didn't thought of was when I added this base from my pattern paper that, well, it was, I didn't want to have any snow on the outside of the snow globe, so I had to cover that with a tiny piece of paper. I have my little acrylic block by Fawn that I have sacrificed for my gouache here, and I'm just reactivating the gouache with a bit of water, splattering, splattering it all over the globe here until I'm happy with the amount, and then we will continue with the card. Actually, I must admit that this globe was left on my desk quite some time before I knew what I was going to do with it, but here we have an idea. So I die-cut an A2 size panel using the basic rectangles by Mama Elephant, and I took a sentiment from the cup of cheer. I'm going to add it on the right bottom corner here using my Misty, and as you can see, the snow globe will be a bit on an angle there. You don't really have to do all the things that I did. You can keep it as it is. You can also just add the snow globe. You can add a sentiment on the bottom half of the snow globe, but with the pattern paper I didn't want to risk it, so I have a sentiment here and I put the snow globe on top of it, and there was just something missing for me. This can definitely be just a card as it is. I decided to take the L'Enfant Starry Sky stencil. I'm going to mask off the stitching details from this panel, and I will add really softly in the back a bit of a pattern using the stencil and the really soft ink. I'm using the gravel ink by the Stamp Market, which is like this really soft brownish grayish ink. I didn't want it to distract from the rest, and I didn't want to have another color aside from the pink and the green. So this gravel just seemed to be a nice idea or addition to this card. I'm also focusing on the edges mostly because the snow globe will be in the center and it will cover up almost everything there. So it had no point really to ink blend the whole panel, but well. So I sped this up quite a bit because it's just really simple ink blending. And as you can see here, it's just a really soft background. Putting this globe again on top of it, and I was happy with it. It wasn't distracting too much. It was just giving that extra piece that I needed to my card. I'm going to assemble everything on top of a card base, and then my card actually is finished. It took me a while to get this video to you, but I'm really glad I'm sharing it today, and I hope that it can still inspire you, or that the blog post inspired you already before sharing this video, because I know it is past Christmas, but truly, as every year, I say it every year, my intention is to create more Christmas cards during the year, so I hope that it isn't annoying you. I also have like a playlist with Christmas cards, so I will put it there as well. So if you want to wait to look at the Christmas card videos, you can always just later on check out the list if you want to. So this is my card for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and of course that you like the end result. Thank you so much for your patience, for being here, for supporting me. I wish you all an incredible 2025. I wish you all everything that you long for, and I'll be back soon with some more crafty inspiration. Bye!